we can't let her go without her surname. Yes. You see the surname?
Abe Angela Porter.
Porter. No. The surname is Porter.
The new name.
The new name.
Ajua
Ahindia. Ahindia. Ohinazi.
That is the chief's
Omunazi.
We gotta reveal the name of Hindiazi. Who knows that name? Segu, teacher, educator, Hindiazi.
Let's go.
Hindiazi. Why do you have that surname? Surname. Ajua or Hindiazi? Say it or Hindiazi. You said it means what?
Hindiazi Cheddar will build on Hinadi. If the chief
is no more, the next one to sway in. Yeah.
If the chief is the one that follows
the maybe a prince. A prince is no more.
Yeah, the next person to come.
Understood, yeah.
Yes.
You're next in line.
It also means not only something missing, you replace it. In nature, the jungle is like this. If there is an insect, you know how you hear the jungle at night making jungle noises? One of those insects that is responsible for the rhythm and the music and the sounds of the jungle. Another set of insects begin to duplicate the sound of the instinct, the one that we can sing, sound. When something is missing, you begin to replace it. Would you say that in your life, that is who you are? Do you cover people's back?
Yes.
And Hinduazi, this is why we go to the shrine. Adua, off, Hinduazi. That simply means off. Off, Hinduazi.
And I'm about to replace Annette Goodman.
Come on, Brenda.
However, when they're criticized, they may appear ego-bruised and perhaps even wrathful. Is that true? Sometimes? Okay. You're traditional, principled, disciplined, and courageous. And when you hit that ground, yes. Jumped up. Yes. Your name is Ama Dede. Ama Dede. So who is Dede? Ama Dede. Ama Dede. They're from the gospel.
You know, sweet.
Carefully go back that way. Now we have Day 4, born on a Wednesday, Akua. The 4th day, Akua. Patricia Now, Patricia, your name is Akua Bedu. Akua Bedu. All right, so Akua Bedu. Now, all right, somebody like Akua tends to be cautious. Are you cautious? Yes. It's kind of thought so. Okay, hardworking. And even a perfectionist. Oh, you heard me say, he said, oh yeah. Sometimes it may appear as though they may lack confidence, which can easily translate into insecurity. Apparently, emotionally, they mature a bit slower than the rest.
Oh, okay.
Is that you?
I can see that, sure. Yes.
But once they get to that point, they can be quite awesome fathers, husbands, wives, and lovers.
Awesome, right?
So, I want you to, now, one of the reasons that we gave her 3 stripes, because she is brave and courageous. And didn't you just have knee replacement?
Yes.
2 months ago. She just had 2 knee replacements. Okay. You did a lot of walking to get here.
I did.
And then you danced over here. Okay. So I'm going to, that's courageous.
Yes.
I'm having a gosh dang hard time. You need some money. And I ain't had no operation. Okay. So you are Akua Bedu. Can we hear? Who is she?
Akua Bedu.
Who is she?
Akua Bedu. Let me say Akua Bedu.
Peace to you. Let's go to your seat.
Start dancing.
Say slowly.
Let's go, let's go.
Now we have Veranda Mint. All right, all right, let's hear it.
You got to do it again.
And your name is Afua. It can either be Afua with an A or Afua or Afia, female, born on a Friday, Fida. So looking at this, your interests are in mysticism of things, strangeness, and wellness of stuff. You do that? Oh, okay. Some and are therefore easily drawn to spirituality, psychology, politics, and you make an excellent and fair judge.
Yes.
Y'all, would you agree with
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan. And now that Echoers are highly vibrant, hardworking, and patient. Would you say that's you?
Yes.
All right, to me. So now, how old are you? I'm 59. So, your name is Efua Eshun.
The son of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Last but not least, and most importantly, we have Essie, who was born on a Sunday, either Essie or a Kosi. Sunday born. That's the first day.
Yes. Yes. We want more. You can do it.
All right, this is Miss Penny. And Miss Penny is now known as a Kosua or SC. And your name is SC.
Esi Mansa.
M-A-N-S-A.
Mansa.
Esi Mansa. Now, Esi Mansa has a sensitive side, which makes you very passionate in happy and unhappy times. Are you passionate?
I am.
You are resilient.
That's kidding.
You possess a lot of inner strength.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan to me. And you don't beat around the bush.
Don't you don't?
I know that. Very straightforward and principled and fearless when it comes to saying what's on their mind.
Ah.
Is that you?
Yes.
Yes, that's you. So, what is, you all right? Yeah. What is your name? All right, ladies, everybody listen up. This is Essie. What's her name?
Esi Mansa.
What is her name?
Esi Mansa.
What's his name?
Esi Mansa.
All right, Essie Mansa.
So Esi.
Esi Mansa. Esi Mansa.
All right. So now, what I would like. Oh, okay. All right, so what I would like each person to do, starting here, I want you to say your new name. You'll say it and everybody will repeat it. The second person will say it and everybody will repeat it, okay? So, my name is Amadede. Amadede. Did I say that right?
Ajua Jenhuadasi.
Ajua Jenhuadasi.
Afia Isan.
Esan.
Okay. Esan.
Esan.
Akua Bedu.
Akua Bedu.
Like Erica. Like Erica. Badu. Is this girl like this?
Yeah, they do. And yours?
Ese Masua.
No, Mansa.
Mansa.
Ese Mansa.
Ese Mansa.
Ese Mansa. Ese Mansa. Ese Mansa.
Ese Mansa.
Ese Mansa. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, a couple of things that we're going to do before you leave. I'm asking everybody to calm down, guys.
Like be quiet.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
One thing about folks coming out of the U.S., they do open their mouth. But I want to ask us to do a couple of things before we go. Okay. I'll take us a few more minutes. Since you're already late, and they already mad.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if you know Pastor Ray Hagan out of St. Louis. But we always do things like this, as he says, once more the we as African people are gathered together here. And we make an oath to our ancestors. So I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. Oh, African ancestors, darker than 1,000 midnights.
Oh,
African ancestors, darker than 1,000 midnights. African ancestors,
African ancestors,
you that we, your children, give respect and honor.
it is you that we, your children, give respect and honor.
Oh, ancestors,
O ancestors,
we call upon you and welcome you to this place.
we call upon you and welcome you to this place.
African ancestors,
African ancestors,
let your presence fill this place.
let your presence fill this place.
All African ancestors,
O African ancestors,
who have been purposely excluded from the history books,
who have been purposely excluded from the history books,
so that the world would not know of your greatness.
so that the world will not know of your greatness.
Our African ancestors,
Our African ancestors,
who gave civilization to the world.
who gave civilization to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African ancestors,
who gave arts to the world.
who gave arts to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African ancestors,
who gave music to the world.
who gave music to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African
who
ancestors,
gave sciences to the world.
who gave sciences to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African ancestors,
who gave mathematics to the world.
who gave mathematics to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African
who
ancestors,
gave medicine to the world.
who gave medicine to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African
who
ancestors,
gave literature to the world.
who gave literature to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African
who
ancestors,
gave religion to the world.
who gave religion to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African
who
ancestors,
gave philosophy to the world.
who gave philosophy to the world.
Our African ancestors,
Our African ancestors,
who gave God consciousness to the world.
who gave God consciousness to the world.
Oh ancestors,
O ancestors,
we thank you for devoting your life
we thank you for devoting your life
to make a future for us,
to make a future for us,
for your children,
for your children,
your great-grandchildren,
your great-grandchildren,
and for those yet unborn.
and for those yet unborn.
Now stand with us.
Now stand with us,
Strengthen us.
strengthen us,
Guide us.
guide us,
Teach us.
teach us,
Protect us from the snare of our enemies.
and protect us from the snare of our enemies.
Rise up, O African ancestors.
Rise up, O African ancestors.
Let our enemies be scattered.
Let our enemies be scattered,
And give us the wisdom and the boldness
and give us the wisdom and the boldness
to deal with our oppressors
to deal with our oppressors
and those who would hinder the liberation and empowerment of our people.
and those who have hindered the liberation and empowerment of our people.
Rise up, O African ancestors.
Rise up, O African ancestors,
And live in us.
and live in us.
And we will not fail to honor you.
And we will not fail to honor
We
you,
will not fail to respect you.
and we will not fail to respect you,
We will not fail to hear.
and we will not fail to hear you,
And we will not betray you.
and we will not betray you.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Please have a seat. This is a commitment that you make to yourself. Promise yourself. Promise yourself. I promise myself.
I promise myself
To be so strong.
to be so strong
That nothing can disturb my peace of mind.
that nothing can disturb my peace of mind.
To talk health.
Talk health,
Happiness and prosperity.
happiness and prosperity
To every person I meet.
to every person I meet.
To make all of my friends feel
To make all my friends feel
that there is something special.
there is something special.
To look at the sunny side of everything.
To look at the sunny side of everything
To make my optimism come true.
and to make my optimism come true.
To think only the best.
To think only the best,
To work only for the best.
to work only for the best,
And to expect only the best.
and to expect only the best.
And to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others. And be
Just as enthusiastically about the success of others
as I am about my own.
as I am about my own.
To forget the mistakes of the past.
To forget the mistakes of the past
And press on to the greater achievements of the future.
and press on to the great achievements of the future.
To wear a cheerful countenance at all times.
To wear a cheerful countenance at all times.
And give every living creature I meet a smile.
And give every living creature I meet a
To
smile.
give so much time to the improvement of myself
To give so much time to the improvement of myself
that I have no time to criticize others.
that I have no time to criticize others.
To be too large for worry.
To be too large for worry.
Too noble for anger.
Too noble for anger.
Too strong for fear.
Too strong for fear.
And too happy to permit the presence of trouble.
And too happy to permit the presence of trouble.
Ashe. So, in closing, I want you to think about someone who maybe you had an argument with, or maybe for some reason you don't like them, or somebody that you love and you haven't taken the time to say to that person, I love you. You haven't taken the time to say, I forgive you. Okay. And not, you haven't taken the time not to be angry, because anger is like poison. Poison is sick. Okay. So this poem was written by my niece in the year 2000. She came to our house on New Year's Eve with a lot of little pieces of paper. She said, as I was driving home, as I was coming to meet you, I thought these thoughts, these are things that I need to say to my family. You know, you wait until somebody dies, and then you think about, oh my God, we should have said that, or I didn't say that, you know, or you wait until they die and you want to jump in the corn for them or something like that. So she wrote, oh God, Mama, please don't leave me. You was the worst child in the world.
Yeah, that's what you can tell.
All right. Tell me the worst child.
Right, exactly.
I went to my auntie's funeral and I heard my cousin, oh God, Mama, don't leave me, don't leave me. Shut up. Yeah. You a terrible child. Okay. But anyway, I want to share this with you before we close for the night, and think about that someone that you want to go back to express how you feel. And this is called If I Knew. If I knew it would be the last time that I would see you fall asleep, I would tuck you in more tightly and pray the Lord your soul to keep. If I knew it would be the last time I'd see you walk out the door, I would give you a hug and call you back for one day. If I knew it would be the last time I'd hear your voice lift loud praise, well, I'd videotape each action and word so that I could play us back each day. If I knew it would be the last time I could spare an extra minute or two to stop and say, I love you, instead of assuming you would know I did. If I knew it would be the last time I'd be there to share your day, well, I'm sure you'll have so many more, so I can just let this one slip away. For surely there's always tomorrow to make up for an oversight, and we always get a second chance to make everything right. There will always be another chance to say, is there anything I can do? But just in case I might be wrong, and today is all I get, I'd like to say how much I love you, and I hope you'll never forget. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone, young or old alike, and today may be the last chance you get to hold your never tight. So if you're waiting for tomorrow, why not do it today? But if tomorrow never comes, you'll surely regret the day that you didn't take that extra time for a smile, for a hug, for a kiss, and you were too busy to grant someone what turned out to be his or her last. So hold your loved ones close today and whisper in their ear. Tell them how much you love them and that you're always told them you. Take time to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And if tomorrow never comes, later.